church is called Igreja Santo Domingo, San Dominic's Church. And I don't want to tell you a lot about it because I want you to see it first, okay? So we're gonna go inside and take a quick look, 2 minutes please only, and then I will wait for you here and I will talk a little bit about it. And I want to ask you something. When you go inside, just feel and ask yourself if you think this church is blessed or cursed, okay? And then I want an answer, so think about it. Okay, let's go.
Ja, danke.
It's obviously not, but
We couldn't catch that.
be interested to see what you think. Look at all the pigeon poop. Look at all the bird poop. Obviously, it's neither cursed nor blessed. People actually singing. Are they in the middle of mass? No, it's a I think it's a recording. Jeez. So I guess it's cursed. Did you see how many times it's burned down?
No.
They've had fires and it got shelled during the war and it's just... No cash. Cart.
Yes.
Okay, come here. Don't be scared. So I want to know what you felt, what do you think about this church?
Well, look, cursed.
It looks cursed.
It felt really nice, so I'm going to say blessed.
Okay. They were in mass singing, so it was nice, but
I think it's cursed.
cursed?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe in the whole curse versus blessed, but it's all the fires and earthquakes is cursed, right?
Okay. So you already know a little bit. You're cheating.
I read
There were-
the sign.
You read,
Yeah.
you read. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna ask you, what do you think it happened in this church? Fire? Yeah. There was something really important that happened in the history of Lisbon that we can still see a lot of the results of that nowadays. It happened in 1755, and there was a big earthquake on that day. Okay. And do you know what happened when an earthquake happens? The epicenter is in the ocean. There's a tsunami afterwards. A few hours later, there was a tsunami. But it wasn't only that, because it was the 1st of November. And do you know what Christians celebrate on the 1st of November? All Saints Day. So they were all in mass. It was 9 o'clock in the morning actually. So they were in mass with a lot of candles. And the earthquake, all the candles fell off. So there were fires all over town. So on that day, 85% of Lisbon was destroyed, and 1/4 of the population died. Okay, so this church was actually built in the 12th century, so it's pretty old, but it has survived to 2 fires and 2 earthquakes because blessed. Some people think it's blessed because it survived, but maybe cursed because it happens, like everything happens here, and it had to be rebuilt 4 times actually. But it's still there, and now they basically didn't fix it. I think because they don't want to invest money because it's gonna be destroyed again at some point. But it's a nice reminder of what happened here, right? And there was another very dramatic episode in the history of Lisbon that happened right in this church. It was 1506, and at that time there was a plague here, so a lot of people were dying, and a lot of Jewish people had been expelled from Spain, so they came here and they were forced to convert to Christianity. And they were called the New Christians, but everybody knew they were Jewish and they kept their traditions at home. So it was Easter at the time, and people were praying in this church for a miracle, basically, because they were dying. And a woman thought she saw the face of Jesus in the wall. She was like, "It's a miracle!" And one of these New Christians said, "I think it's just the reflection of the candles, you know, in the statue of Jesus. It's physics." And, but people were really upset, so they dragged this person out of the church and killed him. And after that, it started a massacre of 3,000 Jewish in the next 3 days. That building over there, actually, that is now a theater, used to be the Inquisition house. So there were a lot of remember I told you in Rocio there were public events, not only horse races, but also trials and executions of people. So after 3 days, the king finally put an end to this. He wasn't here in town. You will see a lot of times in history, it's like when Napoleon was coming, they escaped. When there was a massacre, the king was not here, you know. During the earthquake, he was in Belém, he didn't die, you know. Like everything happens to the population, but not to the royalty. Well, it took 500 years for the Catholic Church and the Portuguese government to officially apologize for this massacre. And now we can see a few symbols of this apology, like the olive tree that we have there symbolizes the town of Israel. Also, that sculpture symbolizes the Catholic Church and the Jewish people united together in peace. And we can see a Star of David there in the kind of egg that we have here. So now, likely, this episode is remembered because for many years people didn't talk about it, right? So, and a few years after this massacre, there was another earthquake in the 1500s that also destroyed the church. So a lot of people thought it was karma, but I guess now it's kind of blessed, you know, because survive everything is still here and we can visit it. It's nice to see and to remember. So let's continue for more cheerful stories. Let's go there.